Hey Aquarius, this is your general tarot reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign for the month of December. Aquarius, let's do this thing. What we always do, we'll shuffle the cards and wait on all the right ones to come out for you, my love. And in the meantime, we're going to talk about the energies that you may feel throughout the month. So we're leaving November, entering December, still feeling a little bit of the effect of the full moon that happened in Gemini, and it happened for you in your 5th house. So 5th house has a lot to do with fun, pleasure, where we do things from the heart. And there could have been a moment where you may have been slightly concerned or worried about the thing that you're doing from the heart, the thing that you find the most pleasure in. And maybe something had to be brought to light and talked about in order for you to see a newer path, perhaps, for something you're doing creatively, or a newer path to express yourself and the thing you love doing in a much better way. And also when it comes to love and romance, it could have been the same thing, where something needed to be said, a conversation needed to happen. It just needed to be said. And the conversation was probably, I'm giving you all this love. Do you love me back? A bit like that. Or I'm giving you so much from my heart. Can we talk about whether you're feeling what I'm giving you, and can I see a little bit more of that in return? So a conversation came out there. Now 5th house has a lot to do with children also. For those of you with children, it could have marked a time where something came to light, some secret or hidden thing that might have been bothering one of your children perhaps, and it came up to be talked about, to be discussed. And it seems, at least now that it's out in the open, you're able to deal with it, you're able to talk about it, and maybe able to make a logical solution for them, for something that they're experiencing that helps them out. Yeah, Gemini is all about finding logical solutions, and I think in general, you found a lot of logical solutions and new paths towards doing the things that you love, and even being in love. Maybe you just found that it's really, really time to inject a bit of romance back into your life. And that could have come with some great new ideas. Now, what does the Sun want to do? The Sun is in Sagittarius. Wild, adventurous Sagittarius. The Sagittarius who just wants to get in there and just have fun and say things right out, blurt things right out. And that for you is in the 11th house, where you're with groups of people, societies, unions, sports teams, anywhere where bunches of people congregate to share a common ideology or to do something together. And the Sun in Sagittarius here is saying maybe within a group of people, a team in work, or even within a union or somewhere where you've got allies, strong allies. The Sun is shining on that, and it's saying that maybe you can really push ahead with great fire, doing something within a group. Yeah, as a very 11th house style card comes out, the Star, followed by the King of Wands, the 4 of Wands, yeah, and the 6 of Pentacles. I'm going to choose a few more, so we'll keep talking. So 11th house has a lot to do with our dreams, our highest aspirations, and I think you might find a little bit of energy being injected back into that, where you're saying, no, I've more passion and enthusiasm now to be a bit more adventurous and maybe even be a bit wilder when it comes to shaping up my dreams for the future. Maybe I can push them even further. Maybe I can be even more daring, brazen and bold with the big things that I aspire towards, 11th house is where we get some sort of reward too, a round of applause, a big cheer, the trophy, the medal, the certificate with the stamp on it that says, Aquarius, you have now been awarded something. So this could be a month. Maybe you're studying something, or maybe you've just been waiting for something to really bear fruit and to be celebrated. And this could be that month for you, Aquarius. So hold tight. It could be one where people are cheering you and celebrating you, particularly on the internet too. If you're doing something on social media, if you have a website, or if you're standing up in front of an audience doing public speaking or doing something creative, maybe you're a musician or, I don't know, motivational speaker or something like that, you could see that the people just adore what you're doing. Yeah. Could also say that it's a good time to use as many tools as you can to see into the future. This could include astrology, any form of divination. It could be a great experience for you to really find new paths and new adventures that way when you're able to future gaze somehow. Yeah, so very powerful. Now, December 1st, Mercury is retrograding in Scorpio, and hallelujah, he does go direct on the 6th. Although we're not quite in the clear on the 6th, you have to give it a few days or a little while. But Mercury retrograding in Scorpio in your 10th house was all about digging up the dirt. The 10th house is where we're responsible, where we stand out, where people see us, admire us, respect us. Very often it's to do with our career, where we take the thing that we love doing, put it out there and show it off. It's about being responsible too. So in areas where you are responsible, where you're seen as a key figure, it could have marked a period recently where you were looking back and asking the big questions, do I want to do the things I'm doing in my life, the responsibilities that I have? Are they things that I want to carry forward now into 2019? Should I let go of some of these responsibilities? Should I let go of some of the things that I'm doing within my career? Should I let go of my career entirely and just do something else? So these are big thoughts, big questions that are going round and round in your mind at the start of the month. You're revising, reviewing, re-strategizing, reorganizing, everything to do with your career and the responsibilities that you take on in the world. You're just drafting up a new master plan, perhaps, to take over the world and run it Aquarius style, yeah. Now, Venus on December 2nd is in Scorpio, also in the 10th house. And what this could mean is that Venus always seeks fun, pleasure. She always wants harmony. She always wants to enjoy the good things, the high life, the sweeter things, and say, come to me, all the good things of this life, and let me enjoy you. And what's she doing? She is in Scorpio in the 10th house, which again is her saying, there's got to be a better way to have more pleasure and fun in the work that I'm doing, and particularly in the responsibilities that I have in my life, where I stand out and people admire me for my skills and talents. I've got to get more pleasure in doing that. It can't be just all about the work. I've got to be getting some fun here too, Now Venus, of course, is the goddess of love. And for you, it could mean that when you stand out there and when you're seen as a reputable figure, somebody who people can admire, look up to, see as a figure of authority perhaps, then you could be attracting love in that way, or vice versa. Maybe you're attracted to somebody like that, very powerful person, somebody who is maybe a self-made person, somebody who's got the power of their life in their hands. Yeah. So you could be highly attracted to that. Maybe an official person, somebody who wears an official uniform, or somebody who works, for some official body. Yeah. And you're saying, Venus is saying, I want to work that official body. So it's very, very attractive there. Attracted to authority. Now this is strange because Aquarius, usually you are not very attracted to figures of authority. Usually you're the one that rebels against figures of authority. But this month, you're just, playing it a little bit sweeter. And in some cases you might have to. Let's not forget, this could be a moment where Venus recognizes that you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. So there could be a lot of sweet talking with authority figures, maybe government officials, to get your own way. It could be as simple as that. Speak nicely and you might see official doors opening for you, Aquarius. Yeah. Now, December 7th is the new moon in Sagittarius in the 11th house. And this is a wonderful period. It kicks off with the new moon, and then December 12th, Mercury also maneuvers in there. And the 11th house again is about success, being rewarded, feeling the limelight on you and people applauding you for something. So if you've been working hard, studying hard, trying to create something and you're waiting on the big result, this could be the month where you really see it. Absolutely. It's the month also where you're more inclined to be part of groups. You're more inclined to affiliate yourself and align yourself with groups of people who think on the same lines as you. You're just saying, I can't deal anymore with these people who just go through life without some sense. I need to find a group of people who think like me, and we can all hang out together and maybe do something together that's quite rewarding, or at least that makes you feel happy. The 11th house is friends too, and we touched upon that last month, Aquarius, where you're now attracting a better kind of quality of person, the more decent types of people. And now I think you might see that starting to pay off, where the better characters are starting to show up. People that you feel that you can vibe better with are now starting to hover into your environment, and you kind of you're liking that a lot. Now I will say this too, because of Lilith energy there, some of you could be very, very inclined to create groups, yes, that talk about seeking revenge on others. Yeah, maybe groups, not just that. I mean, you could form groups that you're all thinking that you all dislike one person, or you all dislike some political system, or you all dislike the way blah 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 is happening, and you could all come together in, you know, united scorn for somebody else. It could be a bit like that, but also it could be something even more delicate, where if you've been through some very bad experiences over the last while, and we've spoken about that too, Aquarius, be it in relationships, in work with family, so on and so forth, it could mark a period where you are now meeting people who have been through similar circumstances as you, and you meet up and you talk about those shared experiences, and it gets a safe space kind of where you can vent with people who totally get where you're coming from. So that could be something that's very rewarding, where you meet a bunch of people who just, you don't have to even say what's happened. They just say, I hear you, I hear you. I've been there, seen that, bought the t-shirt, the whole thing. I know what you're going through. So that could give you great strength, yeah. And December 7th new moon is all about bringing that out, you know, bringing out those experiences that you can open up, maybe emotionally, you can open up with groups of people about what the heck has been going on there. Yeah. Mars and Pisces there also in the second house, with Neptune in the second house. It's a moment where you could find groups that help you build up your self-esteem and self-confidence. They don't even have to be official groups or organizations. As I said, they just could be a bunch of people that you randomly vibe with, that you say, listen, why don't we all meet up one day for a coffee, or meet up for a drink or something, and just get to know each other and get to know what's going on. And it seems to really help. And for some of you too, around the new moon, you could be getting together with a group of people to talk about some financial losses. So it could be talking to unions, or to some team or group of people to kind of iron out what went wrong, maybe in some financial thing. Just possibilities. They're all things that could happen. Now, let me see, the Sun on December 21st is moving into Capricorn, into the 12th house, where things are finally released and surrendered. Now, I always, when we get to the 12th house, we get to the point where we're talking about release, surrender. Mars is in Pisces, in your second house of self-esteem and also money. And it's about release and surrender, release, surrender. And the energy is all about that. And I know that that energy absolutely infuriates some people because we're taught, don't give up, keep going, keep battling on. You know, if things are down, then just keep moving, keep pushing forward, That's sometimes quite nonsense advice to tell a person to keep going. It works sometimes, don't get me wrong, it works. But the greatest wisdom comes when you're able to just stop being on that hamster wheel and say, wait a minute. Maybe I should use this opportunity to absolutely let go of some of the things that are just melting my mind. Maybe I've given way too much energy to issues around my career or issues around how is it that I can never get my money organized, issues around, you know, maybe if I stop pushing, I could actually do some healing around my self-confidence and around, you know, having the type of money that I want. You know, all this push is just not giving me space to actually breathe and see, maybe I'm wasting my time here. Maybe the problem is, as Uranus is retrograding in Aries, your ruler retrograding in the one that says, who am I? I am something. And that's in your third house of communication, of networking, sometimes of what we tell ourselves and what we allow other people tell us. And that's going against Venus in the ninth house, which is the script that we have taken as sacred, that we abide by, our vision of our life, the thing that gives us faith, the thing that props us up when the shit hits the fan. And there's a moment Uranus retrograding saying, maybe I don't have this right. Maybe the vision I've had needs to be reviewed and I need to write a whole new narrative about what I want in my life. And maybe using this 12th house energy of stop, get off the frickin' hamster wheel, stop taking the advice saying push through, keep going, and just say, no, the smarter thing to do for me is to let go. Let go of the old plans that I had. Let go of the old self-talk that I had. Let go of maybe even the people that I have in my network. Maybe they're just not useful anymore in the way that they had been originally established. Now, I don't mean your friends. You don't use friends, but you certainly will have connections. And as you go through your list of people that you're connected with, maybe through work or through making money in some way, you might scroll through it and say, these are all nice people and they're great, but they're not useful anymore in what I'm creating now. What if I start over and meet a bunch of new people that actually can help me with my future dream? So what if I actually surrender all the things that have gone wrong in my past when it comes to money in particular, things that I've been trying to network, set up, get organized to make money, and they collapsed? Forget about it, surrender it, because what I'm learning here this month is that I can actually throw all of that in the trash. And just because a bunch of stuff has failed for me in the past doesn't actually mean that that's the default setting, that it will also fail in the future. If I change the narrative and tell myself that I can start all over again with a new plan and a new vision without having the dead weight of the patterns of the past following me, then maybe I could have a new target to go for that's entirely different to the way I planned and organized it before. Is that a plan? I think that's a plan. And I think that's the real meaning of surrender, the real meaning of letting something go, because once you cut that cord and let it go, you've then the mind space, heart space, vision space, space in general in your life to just open your eyes again and say, forget the frickin' past. I can start all over again. I can start and make something really solid in my life all over again because I have the intelligence. I just need to use it differently to formulate a new vision for my future and to surround myself with new people who might help me with my vision for the future to make money. So it's worth it. This is why surrender and release is so valuable. Without it, we're just dragging the old shit of the past along with us, and there's no space in our lives to change. So it's a gift, and that's what's been brought to you on December 21st, the healing that comes with that release, surrender, and the space to just say, bye, I don't need it anymore. Now, there's the full moon then on December 22nd in Cancer in your 6th house. Now, the North Node is also in the 6th house too. And the remedy, as you're saying goodbye, letting go, reshaping your narrative, setting up new plans and forgetting the patterns of the past and starting over, the things that can support you is an exercise regime, having a daily ritual that supports you physically. Also having a daily ritual where you do something at a scheduled time every day. Now that could be anything. That could be pray, that could be eat, that could be go and meet your friends, that could be something that you absolutely, without fail, every day, ritual, total ritual, you do it. And it's this that supports you. This is the thing that allows the letting go process happen without you feeling, oh my God, I'm losing everything and everything's falling apart. So support comes when you, every day, as I said, do something. Take care of your diet, take care of your physical well-being, take care of, as I said, doing a little bit of exercise, take care of cleaning out your environment too, getting rid of some of the toxic things in your space. And that could be even in your home, throwing a bunch of useless crap out that you just aren't going to use. Give it to charity, very 6th house. Gather all that stuff that you absolutely don't need anymore, that doesn't fit you anymore, that just isn't you anymore. And bring it all down to charity and let them do something good and purposeful with it, because you're cleaning up your space. You're making everything, you're swabbing the decks. And this is your wonderful remedy to heal, to heal. A real spring clean would do you the world of good, Aquarius, absolutely. A mind, body, soul spring clean really would work. And also, in terms of the work that you do every day, clean that up a little bit too. Don't let it be so here, there and everywhere. Even if you're doing creative work, there is for you something very valuable when you schedule things. And even if that means taking scheduled breaks. And I know for you, Aquarius, it's a bit weird. You're a free spirit. You like to float. You like to be free. You like to be in the spirit of the moment, to engage with the vibe and the energy and to hang out and see how it all feels to you. But a lot of your success will come when you're super organized, and it's the way to your future. So that's the way it is. So Aquarius, we're waiting on 3 cards. I'm going to choose those last 3 cards for you. Yeah, the 5 of Pentacles there. The Sun. So it is very important to do what the Sun wants to do, which is to, on December 21st, let go, as we talked about there. Let go, rest and recover. Kind of seems nice. I mean, can't be too bad. Let go. Get rid of everything. Clean your house out. Clean everything out. Start back from basics. Change your wardrobe. Do it all. And back to square one. And then you're able to relax, recover and get ready for the new year. So, not so bad. Aquarius, let's do this thing. Let's move over to the ta-da! The big grand overview. So we're beginning with a new truth that's been handed to you. Absolutely a new truth, which could come from a spiritual place for you. Some communication that you're having with a spiritual person, maybe a very educated person also, somebody that you admire their wisdom. It could be a foreign person. somebody from a different faith or culture from you, you could be hearing a new truth that they might say, these are the facts. And at first you reject it and you say, it can't be true, it can't be true. But this might be the very thing that kick-starts that thing of, do I need to rewrite the self-talk, the internal dialogue that I have going on in order to elevate my wisdom a little bit and have new targets in my life? So that could happen. But certainly something new is coming, certainly new ideas, like epiphany ideas, like flashes of inspiration could come to you this month. Cutting edge ideas. Yeah, do you like that? Cutting edge ideas could come to you this month, and they're being handed to you from a very divine place. So pay attention to what kind of just springs into your mind and don't dismiss it, because it could actually be a message that you need to hear right now that gets you out of some issue. Now, this card does show up a lot for you, and we do know that you do still have that Lilith energy hanging around, the one that's brandishing the sword, the one that still wants to fight, that still wants to put the knife in to some situation and some person. But this is the month where you kind of bury that weapon, bury the hatchet. With Mars and Pisces in your second house, it would do more for your self-esteem at this stage for you to walk away from that long fight a little bit, because I did promise you, and I'm sticking by this, the argument or the thing that you're waiting on justice for, that you're waiting for some resolution, that is going to unfold. That has been promised to you. That is going to work its way out. Now, the next thing that needs to work its way out is your stress and worry and too much energy going into, I need to see it, I need to see that happen, I need to see justice coming, I need to see that person get their just desserts, I need to see that company, that boss, those people, I need to see it with my own eyes. It's time to let that go too. Because, as I said to you, it's going to happen whether you're stressed out about it or not. Now, I do know that for some of you, you could turn some of the aggressive energy that you have towards some issue around justice and start gathering documents. The North Node in Cancer there and the full moon in Cancer is in the 6th house of details, analysing documents, paying attention to the small print. And it could work to your advantage now to take some of the emotion perhaps out of some fight for justice that you're having and focus more on the very practical, small details. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes the greatest battles are won by the smallest details, not by the one who roars the loudest or feels the most impassioned. And that could be something, again, that also supports you as you take some of the fire out of this battle that's been ongoing, and just let it go, and start being free again, Aquarius. Start beginning that journey to have freedom here and here. Clear that space, because when you do, this new insight, this new truth sets you back in motion. And in motion doing what? Doing things that you love to do, that you are inspired by, that you are passionate doing, loving. I think that it could mark a transition this month if you feel what I'm saying, from holding on to some real rage to letting it go and trusting that the universe is doing its job, and then walking and kind of trotting off, feeling that you've left the rage behind, feeling that you're now ready to go on a new journey, a new mission, to explore. My God, did that sound like the opening of Star Trek? To explore new frontiers, yeah, whatever. But to explore something new in your life, certainly, that comes from a gentler place. And now you'll be gathering gentler people around you too, opening up to them, and in a very emotional way. I'm not saying that you meet these people and suddenly you start crying and not necessarily like that, but it's just a safer space where you feel that you can talk on a real level with some people. And this, again, it gives you space in your heart. Now, some of you are turning your back on another air sign. Air signs, of course, are Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. And you're just saying, I've seen the shape of you, I've seen the truth of you, and I understand that I can let you go and I can get on with my life happier and more independent. I'm making a new plan, ninth house, as the Venus in Libra on December 1st in the 9th house says, I'm going to love my new life, and my new life has purpose, it has vision. It's also driven by the gods, and I trust that again. You, I think, Aquarius, had lost faith in the gods, in the plan, in that you're being taken care of, and that's a sad thing to see, because you are the ones that have such a heightened vision of what's happening. You are the future thinkers. You are the one that absolutely without fear can break through the celestial borders and into new territory. But I think you had felt for a while that the universe didn't support you. And that's the perspective that's changing under the energies this month, where you feel that you're able to stand back up again, be more confident in what it is that you're doing again, trusting your wisdom again, and trusting your connection to you again. This is an Aquarius card, and Aquarius always wants to see the brighter side, to see the possibilities, the potential. We've done the past, this is the future that we own, and I think you'd forgotten that. But you're remembering that, and you're growing stronger knowing that. Now, in real terms, after receiving some true bit of information, some insight into something, you're walking away from an air sign and also away from a battle, and you're moving towards a greater sense of confidence and also a greater sense of being able to stand on your own 2 feet, making your own money, living the kind of life that you want to do, knowing that you're fully supported, gaining confidence in your wisdom, perhaps when others have tried to tell you that what you do is ridiculous, or the thing that your talent is stupid. And you're saying, I can't believe I fell for that. Can't believe that I was so undermined by that. It's not going to happen to me again. I'm getting back up and I'm starting over, bringing in the money, starting the plans, the vision again. And my vision is the Aquarius vision. Aquarius, we need your vision. I know it's tricky with Saturn and Pluto in the 12th house, and now this month the Sun will be in the 12th house. Lots of things going on. Mars in Pisces, very nebulous energy. And it's a moment where you could feel like everything that's familiar is disappearing out of your life, and because of that you're turning your head towards the past. And what we need you is to turn your head back around this month to the future, because there's no great need anymore to look at the past, because you've used the ultimate supreme gift, the final gift in the great wheel of the cycle of astrology, which is the 12th house, which is realizing that you let it go and then you start again. You've done it. Let it all go and start again with a new vision. Great optimism. That's a mixture of optimism and wisdom. So you've great wisdom. Mercury retrograde. Yeah, not easy recording videos during Mercury retrograde, but sometimes the words that come out wrong are actually right. I think you are rediscovering your wisdom. Yeah, and that's you just absolutely pouring with new, fresh ideas, pouring out your truth also to a group of friends, or to a society, or to a team. It's just flowing for you, Aquarius. Mid-month, We're looking at new enthusiasm coming back. You see, after you've completed the top row and you recognize that a cycle is ending and it will end quicker the sooner you allow the ending to happen, you're getting stronger. You have the new vision, the new plan. It's almost this thing of, I suddenly have a clarity. I suddenly know what I'm supposed to be doing. I suddenly know where I'm going. It's a window is open, fresh air is coming in, you can see the skies again, and you can chart the stars and course a new path, and you're saying, wow, I've missed that. And it's making me feel stronger, more enthusiastic, and ready to put my sense of security back in place. Mid-month you're feeling more secure, without a shadow of a doubt. With some plan that you're doing, with something creative that you're doing, but within your own self, you're feeling the magic has returned. Remember, fire is wands, because fire is the element of magic. It's the thing that ultimately brings the final creation to life. And I think you're bringing something to life. You're bringing your ideas to life, your passions to life. You're feeling alive again. And ready to put your energy into something that is solid and secure, and something that you can stand up and declare, this is who I am, this is what I do. Now, with the energy of Venus in the 10th house and Mercury in the 10th house at the start of the month, some great success could come to you when you pin your colors to the mast. Is that what they say? I can't remember how you say that. But when you declare something, when you say, this is my new life path, or with Venus, this is my new life partner. I've been hiding that I've been in a relationship that just came, and this, now you get to see my relationship that I've been hiding. Now you get to hear how much I'm absolutely in love with you. Now you get to hear that I like you. Would you like to go out on a date, type of thing? You know, there are grand declarations left, right and center coming out mid-month for you, because you're feeling so confident again. And you're a force to be reckoned with this month. With Sagittarius energy there, you could be quite blunt mid-month, that you could say, this is how I feel about a situation and this is my stance. I'm taking a stand here and I'm going to let you know where I stand on this subject. And there's no challenging me, because I have mastered the things now that I'm very passionate about. And I'm passionate about this new relationship. I'm passionate about declaring my love for somebody or something. I'm passionate about my new friends. I'm passionate about getting my list of contacts, business contacts, and saying thank you to everybody. You've been a great help, but I'm going to erase all of you, or at least put you away in the filing cabinet, and start accumulating new friends and people that are better for me. You know, I'm going to physically clear my cellar, my garage, my house, my wardrobe, and I'm going to send everything down to charity that I just will not use, because I'm passionate now about creating a new space where I can feel more secure, a clean space where I can build again from scratch, because I'm over the worst of something. I'm over it. It's been hard. I feel battered, broken, bruised. But when I look at it now, when I get off the hamster wheel of keep going, keep going, keep going, and stop, I see the things I've built in the past, and I can just kick all of those things down, take the materials and build something new. Because look at the final stick he's had in his hand. He's looking around and saying, what do I do with this? What do I do with this? You let it go and build again. Yes. And for some of you, it does require a rebalancing, a recalibration of many things, including money. how you handle money, your attitude towards money, the way that you have an inner dialogue about how you handle money. That's all up for review once you recognize that you can leave the worst of some situation behind. It could mean that you might need to borrow a little bit of money, speculate, maybe not speculate, I won't say speculate. Maybe borrow a little bit of money, maybe examine your financial situation, maybe take care of the details, take care of the bills, go through all your bills and see if you're getting the best deal. Look at your credit card and see if you can reduce some of the payments there. Practical things, very, very practical. And that's probably something you've been ignoring for a while. And it's time to address that, to bring your finances back into a balance. And it's not just bring your finances back into balance, it's your attitude, how you relate to money also needs to come back into balance. But this card also suggests the things I've been talking about. It's quite the 6th house. Finally getting to grips with what's in your way of progress and what's not. What is an obstacle to you and what's not? What are you giving your energy to? Maybe old battles, old things. And what should you now be giving your energy to? This is also the card of cause and effect, but it's a sun card, which means there's great healing mid-month when you, unfortunately, and it happens to us all at times, Aquarius, take a look at our financial situation or any situation where we're emotionally or physically invested in some way to something, where we look at it and say, did I contribute to this? Cause and effect. Did some of my attitude towards this situation maybe add a little bit of gasoline to that situation? Maybe this is probably one of the great reasons why I now need to rebalance and rethink who I give my energy to, what I give my energy to. And that's why this great big clearing of the space gets you back to square one, so you can Control Alt Delete everything, delete the files and start over. And you know, there may come a time towards the end of the month, here we come again, a realization that sometimes winning little battles isn't winning war. We opened up with the sword card there, which suggested that if you keep chipping at something and battling with something that you should really just be handing over to the universe, really. If you keep throwing unnecessary negative energy into something, it's just going to get worse. It's going to draw you into small-mindedness, which you aren't. You are not a small-minded person. But these situations, these people, these things, these injustices, these things that have been ongoing are just dragging you down into petty behavior. And you're bigger than that. You really are bigger than that, Aquarius. Because here's the card of loss. Every time you engage in these little tit-for-tat kind of I'm watching what you say and blah, 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 and little gameplays, you might think you're winning, but really you're not. You're losing. And even in some cases, losing financially. And that is also why I said to you at the beginning of the reading, take your emotion out of some battle and focus on details, because as I said to you already, big wars are often won on the small details. Yeah, so just pay attention to that, Aquarius, and let the emotion go out of it, because when you do, the sun at the end of the month in Capricorn, in the 12th house, wants you to do what? To rest, release, recover, surrender. It's been a battle. It's been long. It's made you tired. And if you're tired, heal and witness the success that comes when you let it go and move towards what you really ought to be doing, which is your future, and clearing a path to create that fresh space, that imaginative space, that anything is possible space. The healing comes when you rest, relax, and let it go. And let the universe do its thing. It does know what it's doing, you know. Yeah. Some of you could also literally need a time out after all the festivities of the month, this month, but just rest and enjoy and know by the end of the month you're healing. So Aquarius, that's very exciting for you, and I like the energy. I really do love it. You're moving in the right direction, and this is so empowering for you this month. You're getting some of those little, oh my God, I totally get it moments this month, and run with them. Run with them, because they're your gift from the universe, and they're yours. Consider them a holiday gift from the universe to you. Yeah. So Aquarius, if you are interested in exploring some of these themes further, we do have the deep read on Vimeo, and I do want to say thank you so much to all of you who came to the very first deep read last month. It was so incredible to see the support that you brought. And that bloody camera, anyway, keeps cutting off. So I was just saying thank you so much to all of you who came for the first deep read, and as I said, it was wonderful, wonderful to see you all there, and I really appreciate all your support. And I have it linked down below, the December deep read on Vimeo, so check it out. We go into themes of relationships and looking for love and career, money, family, friends, and anything else that we kind of unearth, and we'll explore it a bit deeper. So check it out if it's something you're interested in. It's linked down below. But having said that, Aquarius, I want you to enjoy this month and enjoy all the festivities if you're celebrating this month. And the next readings we do will be in 2019. So see you in the new year. Aquarius, I'm going to leave you as always with all my love, my beautiful. Mwah! And a big kiss. Until next time.